Okay, the MaxLite 64 watt LED shop light. Is it any good? I don't know. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, when you open it up, pretty basic. You have a couple hangers here and a couple hooks. Doesn't look like the chains are very long. Might be lucky with a foot apiece, but we'll get more into that later. And you have your instructions and manual. And then, of course, there's the shop light. There she is. Okay, so here's everything you get in here kind of laid out. You got a pretty good long power cord. So if this thing's 4 feet long, I'm gonna say this power cord is gotta be closing in on 6 feet. So that's gonna give you some pretty good stretch to plug this in where you want. You have two of these little chains. Those are pretty short. I would say about a foot long. You got these two A hangers. You got a little box of hardware here, some hook screws and some, I don't know, drywall screws or something. Wherever you're gonna screw them in, they provide you that hardware. And you also get the thinnest, cheapest, most piece of shit zip tie you'll ever see of anything in the world. But that's pretty much it. The bulbs, if you're not really familiar with these LED bulbs, they're plastic and you don't replace these. It just comes as one unit. So if this thing ever burns out, which if you use enough to burn it out, good on you. But you just throw it away and get a new one. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna install it in the garage and we're gonna do a test to see if it's as good as the $20 Harbor Freight light. All right, so this is, I guess if you want to call it, my rafters in the garage. And I have a support beam right here, and I'm going to mount the light coming right down from this beam. So I'm going to center it right here. And so since the light is 4 feet long, I'm just going to measure 2 feet out, 2 feet out. I'm going to bring the line down, and then I'm going to drill a small hole. And then that's just going to be a pilot hole to get the eye hooks in here. All right, so when picking out a drill bit for your pilot hole, you want it to be just slightly smaller than what you are screwing in. So as you can see, this drill bit is slightly smaller. Don't need to get into the size or anything. You can just eyeball this sort of stuff. And so I'm just gonna drill a little pilot hole with my drill there and then back it out, and then this should be able to just hand tighten right in. Pilot hole 1. Pilot hole 2. All right, eye hook 1. And as I said before, guys, you should be able to just hand tighten these things in there. Shouldn't be that difficult. If it gets tricky, you can stick a screwdriver through here and then whoop, just spin it around, but this is really all you gotta do. All right, eye hook number 2. Now, this is a Jimmy's Garage trick. If you take your drill driver and you open up the end, you can stick it right on this thing and make it do the work for you. Look at that, you learn something every day. Oh yeah, real quick guys, these are the extra screws that came with this kit that I don't need. And this is my extra screw organizer. I think this was a silverware organizer. Clearly it's not very organized, but it's got a bunch of extra shit in here. So if you have extra washers, nuts, bolts, screws, don't throw them away. You never know what you're gonna need these for. I put a new seat in my truck, and these are the bolts that came with the seat out of the truck that I ripped the seat out of, and I kept them, and I actually used some of these a couple days ago. And so, yeah, and there's a bolt from when I put my Harbor Freight trailer together. You never know when you're gonna need a random bolt or a random bracket or a random washer or something like that. So hold on to your stuff. Worst comes to worst, you can just donate it or get rid of it, but it doesn't hurt to hold on to that shit. All right, so I got it all hung up. I couldn't really film that because I have to hold this camera to do it, and I'm already a pretty bad film guy as it is. So I threw a level on there just to make sure it doesn't look all ghetto ass and everything. And so as you can see, the bubble's pretty much in the middle. If you gotta make any adjustments, you can either switch a link down or you can twist your eye hook here and it's not gonna hurt anything. So if you gotta lower it just a little bit, you can use that for an adjustment. So, yep. Okay, so the light's hooked up and I have it plugged into an extension cord. I know it's dark right now, but it's just a light test. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. All right, and as the camera adjusts, you can see it is plenty bright. I know I got a lot of stuff in the garage. Get off my back, okay? It's fucking spring. I gotta still do spring cleaning. But there it is. This thing has 2 bulbs, and my Harbor Freight shop light has 1 bulb. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this thing's brighter. It was $5 less than the Harbor Freight one. So let's do a little test. We'll point at the compressors and all my car care stuff. So I'm gonna shut it off. Now this is the new one. All right. And this is Harbor Freight. All right, so they're both really good. Again, the Harbor Freight's a single bulb, and this thing is a twin bulb. It's a really good light. So for 15 bucks, if you can get this at a discount store, like I did, I got it at Ocean State Job Lot, go ahead and get it. I think it's completely worth it. And obviously it's easy to install. I just have it run to an extension cord right now, but I'm probably gonna have to get something. You can get little white, extension cords for a couple bucks at Ocean State Job Lot. So I'll do that and tuck it away and make it look good. So, anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I appreciate it. I hope this helps anyone who wasn't sure if they wanted to buy this or not. So appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you'd like to. And as always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.